Namaste. Welcome back to Waking Up with Mindful Serenity Yoga. And we're going to continue with our little exercise of pulling a word or a concept out of the jar of many concepts and words. And we're going to talk about it for 4 minutes. I'm going to set the time for 4 minutes and then finish the talk before then. This is to help not only with my impromptu speaking, my thinking on the spot, but it's also to help me assimilate all the learning that I've gained over the years. And hopefully it will benefit you by giving you some piece of something I've learned, something that I can pass on. So anyway, I am going to pull a question from the jar. And I got Buddha. That was a good one. Buddha. Most of these questions, as you will see, will be spiritual in nature, but I do not want you to get too hung up on the word spiritual. For me, it just simply means becoming more aware and deeper, and I want to get going deeper more so than anything else. So I will set my timer. Shall I find it? Takes me a while. I apologize. It sets up and then it leaves me. And there we go. 4 minutes starting. Now, I'm going to take a deep breath. And what does Buddha mean? Okay. I learned this. I've been listening and reading in the scriptures and listening to great Dharma teachers talk about the Buddhist pieces of wisdom that the Buddha had left behind. And I now know that Buddha is not so much a person as it is a state of being. So a Buddha can be any of us. There was the Buddha, the one that we all refer to as the Buddha, the Siddhartha who sat underneath the Bodhi tree and became enlightened after many years, leaving behind all the riches and potential for wealth and notoriety that he had, to become an ascetic, to go inward rather than to grasp outward. And why did he do this? Because he wanted to end suffering. So a Buddha then is the state that he achieved when he was able to become fully compassionate, fully enlightened, merged into everything around him, seeing the oneness and the non-duality of things. That was what he attained. So Buddhahood is something we can all seek and hope to attain someday. Maybe very few of us will ever reach the state the Buddha reached, but it is a possibility for many. Christ, for example, we can use the same terminology, even though we have totally different religious connotations related to those ideas. They're both pretty much the same. Someone who's Christ has someone who has reached that state of enlightenment, light, right, has become enlightened, has become the light of God. And when we talk about Buddha, we're talking about someone who has reached that state of enlightenment. Nirvana, becoming one once again with everything, losing self, this idea of little me that's always in the way of us reaching this state, of reaching our inner depths. So when I say this exercise is about going deeper, being a Buddha is about going deeper. It's not about grasping and clinging and holding on to the world and trying to manipulate it so it makes us feel comfortable. We learn to realize eventually, if we go this route, that the world is not here to serve us. We are here to serve it in each moment. We become present in the moment instead of lost in the non-stop thinking that goes on in our minds, or as another term a Buddhist may use for that non-stop thinking is monkey mind. We calm the mind, we gain peace, we go inward, we find who we truly are at the deepest level, which a Buddhist would say is no self, no ego, no little me. There's something much greater that's attached and a part of everything we are experiencing. That is Buddha. And we all have that potential to be Buddhas by simply, losing our attachment to doing and worldly things and our resistance to life in this moment and starting to allow all of it to be exactly as it is, as we seek for the answers that are already inside us, the conditions for happiness that are already inside us. And the deeper we go, the closer we get to this wonderful Buddhahood that we are all capable of achieving. So the Buddha was the sample of a human that we follow, as Christ is for most Christians, right? So you do not have to be a Buddhist to be a Buddha. You just have to seek and go inward to become deeper. As you can see, my time is up. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.